What up, guys? Welcome back to Faith Friday, and today is going to be packed full with a lot of goodies, guys. Like, I have a note full of um, things that I've jotted down since last week that I want to share with you guys. How have you been? How's your week been? It is the end of another week, and the year is gradually ebbing away. Okay, so this is my anniversary week, guys. So most of the things that I'm going to be sharing about is centered around marriage, even though that's one of the topics that I really do not like to talk about. But I just felt like, okay, so this is my anniversary. So last week, you guys should check out the review I did on things they don't tell you when you're getting married. You need to watch that video if you haven't watched it, so you can check it out here. So today I really do not know the title to give today's conversation because I've been thinking like, okay, um what title do I give this? How do I what exactly am I going to call this video? Like, I can't give the video any title. But what I want us to talk about today is about the fact that marriage will amplify your flaws. Do you understand? Marriage is going to amplify your flaws. So if you're thinking that, oh, I'll just get married and everything's going to be like, you just think that, oh, it's just going to be all mushy mushy and all those kind of things, like, nah, that's not how it works. Marriage is going to bring out all your all those bottom pot things that you have been masking. It will bring everything out to the open for the world to see, or not for the world, for the person that you're living with to see. There's an adage that says that the tongue and the teeth, they live together. That's why they're always fighting. It's the same thing. The person that you sleep with is the person that you will roll over on, right? So marriage would bring out your flaws, it will amplify your flaws. If you had been masking it before, when you get married in the same house with another human being, everything is just going to come out to the open, and it's going to be more glaring that, is this how this person is? Yeah, so that's what I want to talk about today. Okay, and um for me, one of the things I realized that I had when I got married was that I'm not a very patient person. Like, I'm not a very patient person. I used to think that I'm a patient person. Like, I just have this very calm, serene, peaceful posture. But is this year is the sixth year that I've been married, and I realized, I got to realize that, Doctor, you're not really a calm human being. You're troublesome. And and it's very little things that used to bring out the real human being that is inside of you. Like, um you will feel that, oh, I'm correcting this other person, meanwhile it is your flaw that is being amplified. But one thing that I thank God for is that as Christians, God uses the marriage institution to refine us. Do you understand? So you keep getting better and better and better every day, because there's some things these days that I'm like, why did I become calm like this? I'm becoming like my husband. My husband is very calm, even though he has those questions. He's a very calm person. So marriage will bring out, it will amplify your flaws, and it depends on how you now respond to that. Like, are you going to now say, okay, this is who I am, and take me as I am, or you're going to say, okay, I admit that I have some flaws and I need to work on it. I need to get that my and sit myself down and work on these flaws and become a better person. That is the whole essence of being in a partnership with another human being, that will be keep. This book by Pastor ENO Jerry. She had a conference in Abuja. That was it's 2 weeks now, or a week ago. 2 weeks ago, I think. It's 2 weeks ago, and she gave her book. I almost ruined my marriage, my life story. She shared it for the women that came for free. So I've gone through the book, I've digested it, and that was what informed this video, because basically she's talking about how her character when she got married, and how she almost destroyed her marriage because anger, bitterness, and unforgiveness. And these are things that I can relate with. Excuse me. Growing up, I used to have a lot of anger issues. Like in marriage, I've not really, I think God dealt with me before I got married, so it's not as prominent as it was when I was growing up. But when I was growing up, I had anger issues, guys. Like I really had anger issues. That the Holy Spirit took me on a 1 year course on anger, that I had to be studying scriptures on anger. Like I internalized some scriptures, that even though I may react sometimes, but I know that it's not as bad as, do you understand? In fact, I say few weeks ago, the girl staying in my house, she really annoyed me. Like she really upsetted me. And so the hospital now reminded me that you need to go and take a refresher of your course before. So I just said, oh, okay, so this is God telling me something. So I went to get my book. Like this is like 10 years ago kind of thing, that I studied and had to work on that anger. Like really work on the anger with scriptures and all of that. So when I started reading Pastor Jerry's book, and she was talking about how she had anger issues. So when she was talking about how she used to be very quarrelsome and she used to be a fighter, and I'm like, okay, I see some similarities, but not because I don't look for trouble. Like seriously, I really don't look for trouble. I have sharp mouth, but I don't look for trouble. So she shared how God had to take her through a journey, and how that character flaw almost destroyed her marriage, because it began to alienate her husband and all of that. You guys go and get the book. I'll put the details. You can check her out on Instagram. She's a big woman of God, so you can get, but you need to get the book because it's very insightful, right? And she was plain, and she brought out her life story. And so she shared a lot of things, but what I want to talk about was the fact that in marriage those things became very amplified, right? And she was lucky she had a man that was willing to work with her, and she also came to the realization that I need to work on this thing. Like I need to work on this character flaw. And she'll be bitter over little things, like, oh, you didn't call me, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. You people know yourself. You all know what you used to do in your house to come and be looking at me like that. So but she got to work on it, because it's little things that create a huge divide between two people, right? And so when I was thinking about it, I was like, this is huge, because you know, sometimes you think that when you're getting married, when you're preparing for your wedding, there's this illusion somewhere that as I just get married, I become a new man. You know, the way you give your life to Christ, and old things have passed away and old things become new. A lot of people think that when you're getting married, you become a new creature. Old things have passed away. I don't want to deal with my old friends, my single friends. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. But, oh boy, man, those things that are there are there. Oh. So I will not make this video too long. Any flaw that you people are already pointing out at you right now, if you are not married, right, this is the time to begin to deal with those issues. whether it's insecurity, whether it's anger, whether it's greed, whether it's pride, whatever thing that you yourself you know that okay, this is my flaw, my dear sister, now is the time to work on it, because marriage will amplify it, and you don't want to go and get embarrassed in where you're not supposed to get embarrassed. Yes, I recollect what got amplified for me in marriage. It was anxiety. Like I said, anger dealt with, but anxiety, oh my god, like I had to learn how to work with God on anxiety. It's still something that I still have to be conscious of, because marriage amplified that anxiety in me. Like there's a situation that I think I've done a video of how God came through for me in that particular situation. But we were short on rent, right? And the caretaker of the house came. My husband wasn't around. I was alone at home that day. And the guy was banging, Lagos caretakers. Kai, it was as he wanted to break the door that day. My chest, my heart was in my mouth. Like I was so afraid. It's not even being afraid, trepidation, that's the word. I was so scared, like something the world is going to fall down. I was so scared. Oh yeah. So I had to work on that, guys, because the Bible says that be anxious for nothing. Don't let anything get you into a state of anxiety. Like, that's one thing that I know that marriage has really amplified for me, in my that it was blown in proportion. Another experience of anxiety that I had was when I was going to have my baby, and my company was already on the brink of collapsing, and um the HMO, they couldn't pay for HMO, so I had to look for alternatives to where I was going to have my baby, because I thought that I would not be able to afford that particular hospital. It's a big man hospital. Some people had even put fear in my mind. To give birth to that it is like 500K. Oh, hey, how are you going to do it? So I was really scared. In fact, they didn't ask me to stop coming for antenatal. I stopped at some point. So one day my husband was like, "What's wrong with you? Why don't you go and find out how much this thing is?" I say, do you know if they will insult me, if they will do this? I was like, just go and find out now. It took me 2 months to gather the mind to go there. So when I now went there, they now told me the money, and I could pay in installments, and I had half of the money in my account. And like, why was I scared all that long? Do you understand? So oh god, that was one experience that God will use different things to change your character. So anxiety is one thing that I have had to work on, that was amplified in my marriage. Do you understand? So different people have different things that marriage will amplify. For Pastor ENO Jerry, it was anger. For some other person it could be pride. For some other person it could be fear. So do you understand? So the long and short is that let us come up to a higher place. God is calling us to a higher. Do you understand? Because marriage definitely is going to amplify your flaw. So I'm just going to end this video here. That's what I want to talk about with you guys. Share with me in comment sections situations where you got married, certain things that you knew were inside of you became amplified, how you dealt with it. For me, but this is just what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. So I have a video of my husband talking about how he knew I was the one since for an anniversary week. So you may want to check it out here and watch that video. And yes, see you in my next video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. please hit the red notification bell and see you in my next video. Bye.